Bingham County Sheriff's Office held an active shooter drill at Snake River Junior High today.
Yeah, and the scenario for this drill was just a little bit different because I was the second officer to go in, and to say that that was an adrenaline rush and a learning experience, well, that would be an understatement. Put your gun down! Put it down! Put it down! This is the end result of my training today. I'm looking at a suspect, backlit by a window, and wondering if he has a gun. I decide he does. But you couldn't see anything because of the lighting. Shoot? Don't shoot. Time.
Yeah. You did.
Is that good?
Good.
But he'd have shot me by then if he was really the shooter, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Well, this is how the training began. A 30-pound vest, which usually weighs a lot more. They took some of the weight off of the vest for me, and I was still sweating immediately.
There you go.
Okay. I tried to wear the helmet during the training for safety. I could not breathe. I did not know until the day that I was so claustrophobic.
Over.
Gee, Pete. That is insanely, I mean, you would have to get used to that.
What we want you to do is just grab a hold of it, pull it back, and let it go.
A rifle is placed in my hands for the first time in my life. A few practice shots to get a feel for it.
You may have active shooter, you may have students in the hall. You know, it's going to be chaos, so.
And Corporal Mike Johnson and Deputy Jared Miller and I head down the hall, trying to find the shooter. Well, I killed the gunman. Unfortunately, I also shot the hostage that he had pushed out the door ahead of him. By now, my adrenaline is pumped up. Imagine where it would be if this were real.
You go in and you say, okay, I got to get my adrenaline down a little bit because I don't want to make a mistake. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to make a mistake.
So adrenaline is both your friend and your enemy.
Absolutely. It could be absolute your enemy. You can go in there in a scenario and you could have such a high adrenaline rush that you shoot the wrong person. Or a kid comes running out of a door, or an office worker comes running out of a door, and you think, oh no, it's a threat. And you have to instantly decide if that person's a threat or if that person's not a threat.
I tell you, that was an insane experience for me.
Bet, yeah.
And I would have to say I have so much more respect for what a cop goes through, you know, being on that side of the situation. And I asked those young men, why in the world would you want to be a cop?
Yeah.
And they said, it's for the kids. Somebody has to go in and save the
Protect
kids in that kind of
cases,
situation. Yeah.
Now,
So.
you know, this was just a drill. It was make-believe, but still, you kind of got
You
your
can't,
adrenaline going.
yeah, well, that vest is so heavy, and then
Yeah.
when they put that mask on, that's just to protect you, you know, so you
Yeah.
don't get hurt. I couldn't breathe, so they had to take that off. But yeah, you get kind of excited for it. So
Imagine the real situation would be
your
like.
adrenaline be going, and those triggers are so easy to touch. It's just, you just barely tap them, and bam. And so yeah, just a great learning experience. I just have a whole new level of respect for what they the decision making that they have to make, just like that.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Well, thanks for doing that, Carol.
Yeah.
Well, coming up, this man is going on a 16,000-mile journey photographing dancers at national parks.